let's say you're a leader and you are giving a talk or you want to improve your communication skills. How can you stay authentic and also be influential or persuasive?
I like what the Irish playwright Oscar Wilde said. He said, "Be yourself, everyone else is already taken." And I think it comes with practice. I think the more you do it, the more you speak, the more comfortable you get with speaking. I think leaders who are serious about being authentic, I think they should go in advance. They should be proactive in terms of their feedback. They should seek out a few trusted advisors whom they know might be in the room when they speak and ask them, say, "Listen, I really want you to tell me afterwards, was it me up there on the stage? Does it feel, did it feel authentic?" And I think people can be authentic, and really that's, in many ways, it should be the easiest thing to be because you're just being yourself. I think the highest compliment I've ever received, and I don't get this always, but every now and then I will speak at an event, and then afterwards at the cocktail party, I'm talking maybe one-on-one with somebody, and they'll say, "You're exactly like you are here one-on-one, like you were on stage." And I'm really happy whenever I hear that because it means like I was being authentic in the moment. And it's something comes with practice. And the thing is, people can tell. Audiences are pretty smart, and they can usually tell if somebody is faking it. I mean, there are some people who can fake it really well, but most people, I think it shows if they're not being themselves. I don't know if you're familiar with, he was a great man, Hans Rosling, the doctor from Sweden, who at the Karolinska Institute, who was known as the rock star of statistics, and his first TED Talk is still a classic. When I was working at the World Health Organization years ago, he came to give a talk. And when I found out that he was going to give a talk, it was at 10 o'clock in the morning. I got to the office that day at 7, and I did about an hour and a half of work. And then I packed up some documents and I went over to the room an hour and a half early. I said, "I want to be there early." I get there. There's one person in the room, and it's Hans Rosling. He's on stage setting everything up. I sat in the front row. I didn't disturb him. I thought, I'm going to let him get set up. He worked for another 5 minutes. He saw me. He came over, and we had this 10, 15-minute conversation. And for anyone who has seen Rosling in his talks, he is very dynamic, and he's engaged, and he's running around. He's doing all these things. One-on-one, he was exactly like that. Like, it was him. It was the same guy I'd seen in these videos. He was exactly that enthusiastic. And that, I'd already had huge respect for him, but my respect went up a notch that day because, like, it was him, really being him. It was really, I was really sad 5-6 years ago when he passed away. But no, that's a great example of being authentic.
He is a wonderful speaker. What I hear you say, John, is I think being authentic, you can be yourself if you are present on the stage.
That's a really nice way to put it. You are in the moment. You are there for your audience. When you realize that you are not important, it's not about you. It's not about your idea, your product, your service. Even if there are people you're trying to help, it's not even about them. It's always about the audience. But it's about the audience. What I always tell people, I say, look, here's the promise I make to you. I said, when you go into any speaking situation, asking yourself, how can I make this time valuable for the audience? How can I really give them something of value for the time that they are giving me? Because if we step back, whatever insight, inspiration, information I can give an audience, they can get 1 million times that from Google or from AI now. But what they're giving me, an hour of their time, they can never get back. And when I think about it that way, it really, impresses upon me the importance of what, the opportunity I've been given. And a calculation I always do, and I encourage your listeners who might have presentations to give in the future, a really simple calculation. I take the amount of time I'm given to speak and I multiply it by the number of people that I think will be in the audience. So for example, yesterday I did a 2-hour session with 50 people. But that's not 2 hours. It's 2 hours of his time and 2 hours of her time and two. It's 2 times 50, which is 100 hours. So now if we think about the average work week, which is more or less 40 hours, that's 2.5 full-time work weeks for one professional. That's a valuable resource, and I want to respect it by giving something of value in return.